And when a police officer stops you, son, now we talking about back in the 70s. If a police officer stops you, you say, yes, sir. You keep your hands on the steering wheel. And if I ask some of you women in here right now, you probably have told your children the same thing. My daddy said, if you get stopped by a police officer, you tell him, yes, sir. If he abuses you, I told my boy the same thing. If he abuses you, your day comes in court. Because out on that street, he has a license to blow the top of your head off. That's the reality. And you know what? Right there in Millington, 3 or 4 summers ago, my oldest son was picked up. Stopped because the cop said that he was driving too fast. And you know what that officer did? There was a plate in the back seat of the car with a steak knife on it. A steak knife. I was cooking steak in my house. My oldest boy, you know how boys are. Hey, let me have one of them steaks. I said, yeah, get a plate. He got a plate, a steak, a knife, and a fork. Sat in his car, ate half of it, and drove home. Finished it when he got in the house. Left the steak knife and the plate in the back seat of the car. When I was called there, that officer told me, look, Mr. Hall, I'm going to arrest you for this and that, and I'm going to arrest you for carrying a concealed weapon. I said, my boy don't have a gun. He said, no, he had a knife. I said, what? In the car. And I look back there. That steak knife on a plate. Got a letter of the law. I said to my son, don't you say a word.
That's right.
I stood out there in front of that squad car. I said, let me tell you something, officer. You go ahead on and take him downtown with that blown up charges. I just got you talking with his attorney. When you get him downtown, the attorney gonna be down there with him. You and your felonious charges. We gonna meet you and we gonna see you in court. I got my car. And I meant it. I told him, don't you say a word.
That's right.
And when we got down there, and I talked with the attorney, said, there wasn't no concealed weapon charge. I said, yeah, because he knew one thing. Ain't nobody playing with him. But you know what? All I would have had to do was just raise my fist. Say something. There'd been 2 of us with no blood pressure. He'd have shot us both and said they had a knife. Listen here. This lesson is a good lesson. It's not about the law anymore. And look, we got to tell our kids, it's not about the law. It's about the righteousness of God now. And the problem is our kids now don't want to hear about the righteousness of God.
All right, brother. All right.
But they better. And anymore, we can't educate, train, and develop our kids about the righteousness of God. 90% of the kids in this church is home right now watching cartoons.
All right, brother. All right, brother. Bishop, go. I'm saying it. Talk Bishop.
90% of the saints. They'll get here. Listen, look here. If anything, now is the time you would think that today this church would be overflowing. It looked like Christmas. Because it's about the righteousness of God. Look here. That young man that killed, and do you know what? Let me tell you something there. That young man walked in that crowd with those weapons on him. Right and carry laws say you can have your weapons out in the open. Surely, I bet you anyway, there's some pictures of him getting out of his car with the weapons because they checked him out. They just didn't think he was going to use them. He used them. He did a great disservice to this country, and he did an even larger disservice to black people. Yes, he did. It's just now. Do you know what his message is to white folks on that right? It's just getting started.
Just getting started.
You think if them sick white boys can go to a school with little 5 and 6 year olds and kill 20 of them? You think a sick white boy can walk into a church while people are praying and studying the scripture and shoot 9 of them and tell one old lady left, I left you alive to tell them how bad I am. That's what he did. And when they arrested him, he just turned the gun over and he's in jail. But you saw what they did to that black boy. A buddy of mine texted me. He said, what do you think they're going to do with this guy? I said, they're going to kill him. He said, oh, no. I said, no. They're going to kill him. And the way they killed him was totally, just like he was to the down. They said, we're not going to race. We're not going to challenge him. We're not going to confront him. They just put a pound of C4 explosive on the end of a robot, sat down with a video thing, and let the robot go to him, and then push the button. Boom. And there probably wasn't enough pieces to put in a 1-pound sack when they got through with him. Now, that's what they think about our humanity. That's what they think about us, whether we are doing it or not. Listen here. It's the righteousness of God. We got to get back to the righteousness of God.
So true.
We got to do things. Listen here. I don't care how many gun permits you may have, the right to carry. The moment somebody knows you got a right to carry, you got a target on the middle of your forehead. If you don't have a gun, that boy that they killed in Baton Rouge, somebody said he had a gun. Come out of the car and jumped on him, wrestled him down. Shot that man 5 times, and then had a picture of them taking the gun out of his pocket. Have a right to carry it. Never pulled it out. Shot down, just shot like a hog for slaughter. And the other poor boy with his girlfriend and his daughter sitting in the car. Officer, I got my driver's license and my registration. I'm going to go get it. And he sat there and we watched all of us on that live stream. That boy take his last breath. Listen there. It's like a true lesson when Paul said that it's about the righteousness of God. I don't care what goes on. If we're not going to be filled with hatred, if we're not going to be afraid, if we're not going to crumble under this pressure, then we better start getting prayed up, fast, praying, believing, shouting, dancing, tongue speaking, and let God put some sensibility and some spirituality in us that the devil can't intimidate and impact. We got to get back to God, saints.
All right.
We got to get back to God. We cannot be harboring bitterness because it's too entangled with politics. It's too entangled with politics. The edge is now dulled on every side. It's too entangled with politics. Don't nothing cut no more. It's all political. And I'm going to tell you this here. God's righteousness is above the politics. God's righteousness is above the politics. Oh, yes, sir. It is. Yeah. This is a good lesson. So let me say it this way. As that great question. Because the state now, and saints, you all don't know how deep your question runs. Because the state now is now saying that killing is the permissible way to handle our problems. Now the enigmatic thing is, how do we kill in a sterile way so that it is no longer objectionable? So that people who sit in these pews on Sunday morning don't raise any complaint about how the state kills. When they get it so clinical, so clean, and so legal that it does not even register a conscious effort in our minds, we ain't got a chance. They gonna kill us by the dozens, and we don't have a chance. That day's coming. Listen here, you all raised a great question. It goes back to what Paul said. It's about the righteousness of God. All have sinned, and this society now is trying to absolve itself from its deepest moral sins, its greatest moral failures. And they're going to blame it on somebody. And in this society, all of y'all in uniform. I don't care if you got on blue jeans, a 3-piece suit, a dress for the prom. You got it draped over black skin. You can't get out of uniform. Talk about it. You're under judgment no matter you carrying a sign saying, I'm voting for Mr. Trump or Hillary, please. I don't care. You in uniform. And that's like this it is. That's where it is. It's the righteousness of God. Come on, some good. I don't know. Oh, the minutes. Oh, I need to go over too much. Come on, baby.